Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the fabulous program of the airwaves called Nick and Knarf. He is Nick. I am Knarf. We are here. We are going to plug some R.E.M. so you can get some sleep with rapid eye movement, which is what R.E.M. stands for. A great band, obviously with a tremendous legacy of music. 15 albums formed in 1980. Nick, tell us who's in the band.
Bill Berry, Peter Buck, Mike Mills, and Michael Stipe. Michael Stipe is the vocalist you hear on most of their songs. This is a band I know very little about, to be honest with you. Frank's, before we came on, he played me quite a few of their different songs, about maybe a minute of each. And I really like it. I mean, it's really different.
A tremendous range of songs, unique idiom that you can't pigeonhole R.E.M's music because they play so many different kinds of styles. Very eclectic, very alternative in a lot of ways, very basic rock in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It just kind of combines these unusual styles into, and they built a tremendous legacy. Like I said, 15 albums. And memorable songs like Man in the Moon, It's the End of the World as We Know It, Happy Shiny People. So many different great songs we could pick from. I showed Nick, I said, God, how about this one, Nick? How about Ignoreland? How about A Night Swimming? How about, it was like, oh man, they're all good. They're all different. He said, no, why don't you go ahead and pick one? So I ended up going to the album Green. Their sixth studio album came out in 1988. And the song on it is Get Up. It's a fun, jumpy rocker. When Nick heard it again, he said, yeah, I like that. Let's do that. And then
Frank reminded me, this album cover does look like, if you ever watch Oregon Ducks basketball, it looks like their floor.
At Thomas Knight Center. Is that the name of it? Or Matthew Knight Center. That's what it's called up there, right? Andy in Oregon.
Andy's got it.
But look at that. I mean, looks like leaves. It looks like the basketball floor in the arena there. It is amazing, isn't it? But anyway, before we get started, as I always do, I please ask you and invite you to subscribe, like, and share. If you have already, thank you so much. We appreciate your support, so please consider doing it. Hit that like icon if you like the video, because we care for your ears, and we're bringing more wonderful stuff today with the great R.E.M. So, without further ado, shall we get into it, Nikki?
I think so. Let's listen.
All right, so this is from the album Green, R.E.M. with Get Up. Here we go. What'd you think, Nikki?
Okay, so I love when the bass line really kicked in.
Bass is sweet. I was going to say
really nice, and that chord change reminded me something of in the '60s. You know, as a matter of fact, it reminded me of one of the songs that your band used to play, and for some reason I can't remember the title, and I will eventually. But they're so unique.
What a sound! I mean, from album to album and song to song, there's such a the creative variables that go into R.E.M's music. I mean, when you get a song like Man in the Moon, which is one of their most famous songs, you know, about Andy Kaufman, the comedian, was in the movie Man in the Moon, you know, about Andy Kaufman and stuff. And then you got, you know, other kinds of stuff that are like dreamy, sad songs. You got songs that are jumpy pop songs. I mean, just an incredible range of moods and atmospheres and experiences that they pump into their music.
As much as I enjoyed those kind of like wind chimes, I'm just thinking, I mean, really, what was
Well, because he talks about dreams.
I mean,
dreams,
he's talking about the leaves, I guess, but...
Well, dreams complicate your life. So it kind of goes, I guess it goes into a little like a dream thing, like a little fantasy thing. Just a real small little interlude.
I mean, I liked it. It's not like, okay, wow.
But that shows you what an interesting interlude. What a departure from the rock and roll theme. But it has such a generic's a bad word, such a foundational rock principle that drives that song. And yet it's poppy. You know, it has the pop of the 60s with a hard, it's like a power pop song almost, really. In a lot of ways, you know? But it's been upgraded with R.E.M's unique style, and then Michael Stipe's distinguished voice, really unique
he's
voice.
So unique. You really know, I guess the more and more you listen to these guys, you know right away who it is.
Oh, Michael Stipe's voice, amazing. But and so many great songs. Explore R.E.M. if you're not familiar with them.
I'm not much into him, so I don't know a whole lot about him. Frank, like I said, played me some songs, and I enjoyed every one of them.
You'll love them. Learn more about R.E.M. and enjoy their music, because they are truly one of the great rock acts.
What about you guys?
80s.
Did you see them? How much into them are you? You know, are they one of the bands that really helped you get out of your shell? Maybe you had a certain area that you were always listening to, and all of a sudden you heard these guys and said, yeah, I really like this.
They're definitely one of the giant acts of the 80s and 90s. I mean, no doubt about it. They had album after album, hit after hit. They were up there on a caliber of like U2. I mean, in a lot of ways, they were like an American version of U2. U2 was so big in England, and they became global.
They got Tears for Fears.
I don't know, but they're bigger than Tears for Fears. R.E.M. is much bigger than Tears for Fears. Okay. Oh, absolutely. And they have more albums and more output. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed our show today with R.E.M. Remember, please subscribe, hit that like icon for us, share it with your friends. Tell your friends about Nick and Knarf. Tell them we care for your ears and that we're hoping to bring you more great stuff for you to enjoy.
And sorry I don't know that much about them, but it's kind of cool because, you know, Frank knows a lot of their songs, and since I don't listen to them very often, it's kind of cool to get a different perspective. I really enjoyed it.
You know, it's a shame we have to pick just one song, even two songs, but to act like this that has perhaps 50 to 60 incredibly memorable songs from their albums, maybe more. They're just so good, top to bottom, from album to album, and so consistent. But anyway, we thank you for being with us today. Leave your comments. Let us know about your feelings and thoughts about R.E.M. or your R.E.M. experience. And thanks for sharing the day with us here on Nick and Knarf.
Yeah, you guys, can't wait to see you next time. Signing off.
Adios, my friend. Bye-bye.